Hello friends, welcome to MACD Indicator Secrets by Stock Market Education. So before we proceed, do like and subscribe our channel and don't forget to share it with your friends. Now in this video, we will first learn what is MACD. We will see how to do buying and selling using MACD and MACD divergences. And then we will see what are the secrets of MACD indicator. By using this MACD, we will try to identify the momentum reversals and predict the market turning points. We will see how we can increase our winning rates. We'll try to identify high probability breakout trades using divergences. Now what is MACD? MACD is moving average convergence divergence. Now it is also very famous as a trend following momentum indicator. Now what is trend following momentum indicator? That is, MACD is viewed or it is observed on one level higher time frame. We will see in details about the time frame in the next slides. Now what does the MACD indicator consist of? It consists of, as you can see in this graph, it consists of three lines. The one is a red line, second one is a blue line. The third part, what you can see are those red bars over here, and the fourth here is an invisible line called as a zero line. So the one which is marked in red is called as a signal line. The one which is marked in blue is called the MACD line. The red bars which we saw are called as the histograms, and there is the invisible line called as a zero line. Now what is signal line formula? Signal line formula is simply the 9 EMA of MACD, the 9 exponential moving average of MACD line. Now what is the MACD histogram formula? MACD histogram formula is signal line minus MACD line. So you don't need to really remember all these formulas, but just try to understand what are the components of each and every graph or the indicator or the component of this indicator. Now this is an example, a screenshot of Nifty daily chart, and as here you can see, this is a 12 and 26 EMA I have marked. So these two blue and the red lines are, the blue one is a 12 EMA and the red one is a 26 EMA, as you can see here. And here, this what you see below is the histogram, the MACD indicator. Now you can see here the histogram is marked in red bars. These red bars are the histogram. Then MACD is the blue line over here, and signal line is the red line, the price line. And the readings what I've kept is the default one, 12, 26 and close 9. So these are usually the default readings. Now how to use this MACD and MACD histogram for trading? Now usually what people do is, whenever they see a positive crossover, they go long. Now what is a positive crossover? Positive crossover means whenever the MACD line crosses the signal line from below, it is called as a positive crossover. Now let us see this in the previous slide. Now in this slide, you can see the MACD blue line is crossing the red line from below here. So this is called as a positive crossover. Now as here you can see, the price was coming down, it made a low of this, and then it started making higher high. Now while making these points, or while making these crossovers, you can see that this low can be the stop loss if you are using this MACD as an indicator. So after this crossover, this low will be your stop loss, and here you can see you can hold it till there is a negative crossover, just like the exponential moving average or the moving average which we saw, right? So here there are two chances: either you can exit here, and you can see here there was a sideways price action. So here you could exit your position, enter here at this particular crossover with a very small stop loss, and then hold the position till your exit signal in MACD. Now what you can see here is an example of positive crossover. Now here you can see there is a positive crossover of this MACD. Now what is positive crossover? The MACD line crosses the signal line from below. Now this blue line is crossing this red line from below. There is a positive crossover. So this can be considered as your entry point. And when will we exit? Till how long will we hold this position? Is exit the position when MACD line crosses the signal line from above. Now this is the exit point as per your MACD. Okay, now here I have not shown the bars or the chart price action, but we'll see this with price action in an example. Now this is an example. Here you can see there was a positive crossover. Now after this particular candle, you can see, now this was the crossover, this was the green candle, our entry point. And what would be our stop loss? The low signal, the nearest swing low will be our stop loss. So this is our stop loss, the low of this candle, right? And here you can see up to this point there was a negative crossover. So we could take easily this much rally just by using plain MACD, and we could have exited or booked our profits. See, this was a crossover. This was the positive crossover, and then there was this negative crossover. So now how do we go short using MACD? Now what is the negative crossover? The exactly opposite of the positive crossover, that is the MACD line crosses the signal line from above. That will be our shorting opportunity by using MACD. And what will be the exit criteria? Exit the position when the MACD line crosses the signal line from below. That means the buy signal which we saw in the previous example will be our exit point in case we have shorted that stock or the index at the shorting opportunity. So now this is an example. Here you can see there was a negative crossover. So after this particular this candle or this candle, it was your entry point, and this particular swing high will be your stop loss. And then as you can see here, the price came down significantly. We could have carried this entire rally or this entire downfall just by using this MACD crossover, the positive and a negative crossover. So let's not make things difficult. Let's keep it very simple. So this was a negative crossover and this was the positive crossover. Now let us study an example of a bearish crossover. Now here you can see the MACD has given a negative crossover. The MACD line has crossed the signal line from above, and after this candle, suppose we would have shorted at the closing of this particular candle. So the closing of this particular candle is 818.4. We have shorted it So entry 818.4. And what would be the stop loss? The swing high, the previous swing high, that is the high of this candle, 851. So here our risk will be 851 minus 818.4, that is 32.6 rupees risk. And when had we exited? This was a positive crossover. That means here we would short and here we would cover. So assuming the closing of this particular candle or the closing of this candle, we would have exited a position. The closing is 762.6. So here the profit would be, since we are shorting it, it's entry minus exit, that is 55.8 rupees. So again we could have done a good profit by shorting and using MACD crossover. Now let us see what is MACD histogram. Now these bars which we saw in the MACD chart are called as the histograms. As you can see, the length of the bar increasing and decreasing, and this is above and below the 0 point, right? So what is this exactly indicates? Now histogram, as you can see, this is the 0 line in the histogram. Okay, so the bars which are above the 0 line indicates the strength of the bulls, and the bars below the 0 line indicates the strength of the bears. So here you can see that the upper bars above the 0 line are increasing. That means the bull's power is increasing, and here the bull's power is decreasing. And then what happens when this bar goes below 0? The bear's powers are increasing, and then the bear's powers are decreasing. This is how this is what the histogram indicates. Now how to go long using histograms? So whenever the first histogram line comes above the 0 line, that means just imagine there is a 0 line and these are some of the bars which are below 0 line, and whenever we get a first line above the 0 bar, we have to go long. Okay, we have to go long and wait till what point? If you are using only histogram, you can wait till the bars or the strength of the bulls starts reducing, or you can hold it till it comes below 0 or something. But let's see this with an example. I usually exit after when the strength of the bulls, when you see in the histogram that the strength of the bulls are decreasing. Now there is a classic example of Tata Motors. There is a daily chart of Tata Motors, and here you can see this was the point when the bar started rising above the 0 line. So now suppose if you have entered Tata Motors somewhere at this level you can see it's somewhere around 280 to 300 level, and here you can see it was a flat movement. The price was making a positive movement, but it was not that aggressive. The movement was not that aggressive, but here you can see there was aggression in the movement, and so was the bull power. And later on what happened, when the price went sideways, the bull's power was reducing as the candles were passing by. So I usually exit at such sideways positions when I use histograms. Now this was the entry point and this was the exit point. Now similarly, how do we go short using histogram? So just exactly opposite to that of the long positions, when histogram's first line comes below the zero line. Suppose there is a zero line, the previous trend is down or the previous bars were bullish, and then suddenly there is one bar which comes down. So at this bar you can go short as long as the bear's power is increasing. When the bear's power starts reducing, it's time to book profits. We will see this with an example. So here you can see this was the first candle, and here you can see this was a red candle. This was the first bar rather, sorry. So this swing high is our stop loss, and there's a chart of Yes Bank daily which was around 270 rupees, and after this you can see, if you'll see the length of the bars, it just gets on increasing, and here somewhere the bars get reduced. So here you can book your profits at this sideways price action. So you can see the price you would have got, the shorting price was around 270, and then you would have covered at around 160 levels, or say 170 level, 100 rupees profit in a 270 rupees stock just by using MACD histogram. So there is very simple and easy way of using histogram. Now let us see some practical examples of histogram. So this is an example of Tata Consumers daily chart, and here you can see this was the first candle where the histogram came above the zero line. Here you can see the height of the histogram is very small, and here this was the first candle. So assuming that we entered at a closing of this particular candle, so the closing of this candle is 663.85. long at 663.85, and what would be our stop loss? The previous swing low, the low of this candle, 638.5. 638.5. So our risk would be 663 minus 25.35 paise, and as per histogram the exit signal was somewhere here. The strength of the bulls was getting reduced. Suppose you would have exited this or this particular candle. So let's take this doji, because it was sideways price action. We exited at this position or this candle. The closing price 714.75. 714.75. So here our profit would have been exit minus entry, that's 50 rupees. So here you can see it was almost a 1:2 ratio by using MACD histogram. But if you add Dow theory to this, as you can see, the price is making a higher high, then it was making a sideways pattern, and then again it broke that sideways pattern and it started making a higher high and a higher low. Now if you have not seen my Dow theory video, the link of that Dow theory video is also given in the description of this particular video. Now there is a daily chart of Ratnakar Bank, and as you can see here, this was the first line or the first bar below zero, the histogram. So assuming that you entered at this particular candle and the stop loss was this swing high, and you carried your position here, and since it was making a lower high and a lower low, you have kept your position. So let us see now what is the risk and the reward. This is Ratnakar Bank short. What was the point. Let's see, closing of this is 209.3. Then the stop loss would be the high of this candle, 226.4. So the risk would be stop loss minus entry, that is 17.1, and the exit would have been, say, somewhere, if it have kept it till this bar crosses above the zero line. So this was the closing of this candle, 169.3. So here your entry minus your exit, so your profit would have been 40 rupees in Ratnakar Bank. Now let us see what are MACD divergences. Now you might be aware of bullish divergence and bearish divergence. So the similar divergence are observed in MACD also. Now whenever the price is making a lower low, okay, so suppose if a stock is falling and the price is making a lower low, okay, and MACD is making a higher low, so the MACD line is making a higher low. So on the MACD indicator, you will see that the price is making a lower low and the MACD indicator is making a higher low. It is called as a bullish divergence. Now if you have shorted at higher levels, it is better you book your profit somewhere here at the second low, right? And if you are trying to go long, just be on your toes. If the price is making a lower low and a MACD is making a higher low. We will see this with an example. Now there is a classic example. There is a daily chart of Bajaj Finance, and here you can see the price was falling. It was somewhat in a sideways pattern, so it was sideways to downtrend. But what happened to MACD? MACD was making a higher low. So the price is making a lower low and MACD is making a higher low. So it's a bullish divergence. And then you can see the price is making a higher high and a higher low. So whenever you see such bullish divergence in MACD, better you book your profits and stay aside, or you can think of going long after this particular price action. Now what is bearish divergence? It is exactly opposite of the bullish divergence. What will happen? The price will make a higher high, and what will happen to the MACD? MACD will make a lower high, right? So the price is making a higher high and MACD is making a lower high. So this is a time to book our profits if we are going long, if we are already long. Or else what you can do, you can short after a fall over here by keeping the swing high as your stop loss. Let us see this with an example. Now as you can see, this is a chart of State Bank of India. This is a daily chart. You can see the price is making a higher high over here, but MACD is making a lower high, right? So similar to what we observe in stochastics or RSI, we can observe this in MACD also. So it's also one of the indicators which you can use to book your profits, to exit your positions, or even to go shorts, if in that sense. So secrets of MACD. So MACD, you can use it for a breakout confirmation. So whenever there is a sideways price action, you can use MACD for a breakout confirmation. MACD will give us a confirm signal whether the breakout is genuine or a false. We will see this with an example. Now here you can see there is a daily chart of Nifty, and you can also see that this particular sideways price action, which has been marked in grey, was a very narrow range. It was almost around 500 points range for Nifty, which is a very narrow range. And if you closely observe the MACD had given a negative crossover, and histogram was almost near the zero line. You can see the histogram was almost near the zero line. But here, when this particular price action happened, when there was a breakout of this sideways price action, here you can see this was the first bar of the histogram, which was above zero line, and then the bar started rising. Even the MACD gave a positive crossover and the price went above. So whenever there is a sideways price action, you can also put a MACD to this action and see if the breakout has been confirmed by the MACD. So this would give us another confirmation that now this bullish move is going to continue. The second most important point which I usually use MACD for is I use it on a one level higher time frame to identify the trend of the market. So suppose if I'm trading on a daily chart, I do watch what is the weekly MACD doing, and I take an idea about the higher time frame or the main trend of the market. So you usually use it one level higher. We will see this with an example. Now there is a Nifty weekly chart, and as you can see, I have here the MACD has given a buy signal, and here the MACD has given a negative signal or a exit signal, right? So suppose, now what I meant to say, to check one time frame higher, or I had written that MACD can be used as a trend indicator. Now here, as per MACD rules, this was the candle after which we would go long. I'm marking this in dark black, and after this crossover, this was the candle where we would exit our positions. So you can see here the date is 25th of May 2020, and here it is 15th of March 2021. In the weekly chart we can see it is a bullish trend. Now let us come to the daily chart of this MACD. In between these time frames, now there is a daily chart, and here you can see now how to use these two time frames for our trades. As you can see here, all the negative crossovers could be used to book profits, and all these positive crossovers we could have used to enter our long positions up to and after this position. After this particular negative crossover, the price came down, so it didn't give a buy signal after this particular price. And as you can see, we could have carried our positions, or we could have booked our profits timely in between these positions. So this is how we can combine we can use two time frames for better accuracy of our trades. Thanks a lot for watching this video till the end. If you do have any suggestions, doubt or any questions, do write down in the comment box. I read all the comments and do reply. Keep it simple. Enjoy trading. Thank you.